Welcome back to the channel. Unbiased review. I don't care what you buy. I just want you to be informed about what you buy. I recently did a video on PulseX, and the question of that video was, can PulseX do a 100x or a 1000x? Now, many people believe that it can do a 100x and can go on to do a 1000x. Now, the point of today's video is to bring forth some announcements. One announcement is, when can we anticipate the launch of Pulsechain and PulseX? And the other one, in my opinion, is even bigger than that. I'm going to explain that. But first of all, let's get it straight from Richard Hart himself. When can we anticipate Pulsechain and PulseX launching?
Pulsechain and PulseX are the next things to launch. They're soon, like less than 2 months. The best guesses I have from devs are mid-May. That's the best guesses I've got, which is less than a month. So, but hey, every estimate I've ever given has been wrong. Software is extremely hard to predict timing on, but we're running out of stuff to complete. We're just almost done with everything. And the testnet's been running great for a long time.
There you have it, straight from the horse's mouth. He said you can anticipate it as early as mid-May. Now, he also said they basically always get pushed back, so I wouldn't be surprised if that does happen. But as for now, we'll take him at his word and we'll say mid-May. We can expect Pulsechain and PulseX to launch. So that was the first announcement. In terms of the second announcement, the previous video that I posted on Pulsechain and PulseX, it was more specifically PulseX. A lot of people in the comment section spoke specifically to the Merge or Ethereum 2.0 not having an effect on the gas fees. While I do get that and the point they're making, actually, once it happens, there should be less spikes in terms of the fees. It should be basically less volatile. So ultimately, it is going to have some bearing on the gas fees. But no, it's not gonna make it just go down and problem solved. But something I do want to point out is this. We do have solutions to the gas fees already. I mean, look at Loopring. We do have second layer scaling solutions. Yeah, second layer just isn't the same as just doing normal transactions with a blockchain that's already ready to go. So I get that point, but that is something I wanted to point out, that it still will have some effect on gas fees, the Merge will, but yes, they're minimal, and it's basically setting up the basis for the long-term way that gas prices will be resolved, but that's going to be down the road. That being said, the Ethereum Merge has been delayed. Now, I know there's no one watching this video that is surprised. Now, a lot of people in that previous video pretty much said that they don't think Ethereum 2.0 or the Merge will have any effect on Pulsechain or PulseX. Well, that's what I want to explain to you. I actually disagree with that, and I'm going to explain why. And I'm going to explain why it being delayed should make you very happy if you are a Pulsechain or PulseX fan and you support the project. In crypto, it's real easy to get tribal. People get into a project, they keep their eyes down and focus on that project and forget the other things that are going on. So it's easy to say that this project or that project is amazing, it's going all the way to the top, and it doesn't matter about the other outside factors. The one thing that you can't forget about is, at the end of the day, certainly over the long term, it all comes down to adoption. Check this out right here. These are the top 10 highest selling game consoles of all time. And regardless of what age you are, you're likely gonna remember some of these consoles. I mean, just look at the numbers. Look how many have sold. And as you look at them, I want you to really just think about each console. What I hope you noticed was those consoles basically were made by 3 different companies. So we have the top 10 highest selling consoles of all time, and it boils down to 3 companies: Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. Do you want to know why? It's adoption. Think about how many other game consoles have been out there, attempted, tried, shoved onto the market, but guess what? They did not get adoption. Now, there's people out there who will argue other various consoles were better, but it doesn't always come down to which one's better. It's about adoption. Whether you think the Ethereum Merge matters or not, it does matter. The same way that Cardano matters to Ethereum, well, Ethereum matters to Pulsechain. People complain about the gas fees, but guess what? They're still using Ethereum. And so much money's been made in crypto, it's not running the market off. There are people who spend thousands in gas fees every single day, and it's just a drop in the bucket. So as much as people hate Ethereum for the gas fees, it has adoption that is out of this world. And to take that away, it's going to require a pretty big shift. So the point I'm making is if you're gonna fight a bear, don't be the guy that says, I can do it with my bare hands. So in this case, when it comes to Ethereum, the merge being postponed, you should be happy about it. Why? Because it is gonna give Pulsechain, hence then PulseX, a better chance to shine out of the gate. Remember I mentioned earlier about the whole ordeal with second layer solutions. So I know that Pulsechain is different, but it's still gonna have to get adoption. And if Ethereum still has major issues just outside of gas, and I'm talking about slow transactions, things like that, it's going to line it up for a better chance. So this is not really a time where you wanna beat your chest. This is a time when you should hope Richard Hart is right and that mid-May time frame stays correct and the Ethereum merge is pushed back to the end of the year, and it gives PulseX and Pulsechain a chance to grab some of those people over from Ethereum. And as I said in the last video, the point of Pulsechain is to work with Ethereum, but you're not gonna be able to tell anybody who believes in this project that, as they want it to suck the life out of Ethereum, basically. That's what I gathered from the comments. I could be wrong, but at the end of the day, this is a big announcement. This is a big deal, and I would embrace it rather than, looking at it as something that just doesn't matter. It's an opportunity. So if you want to see my last video on PulseX and whether I thought it could hit 100x or a 1000x, check that video out. Hit the link up above and tell me what type of content do you want to see. Thanks for checking out the channel. Toss me a like, leave me a comment for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe and hit the bell for notification. And if you want to check out some of my other content, check out my video like I mentioned on PulseX. And remember that tomorrow's wealth is built today.